Version 1.2.7 is out, and it's epic, and I'm going to do a little pose for the thumbnail here. I want to put the number inside the heart. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, new version. It has project saving, effects rack saving, file saving and loading. Let's get into it. Has some other cool stuff also. Gotta shrink myself. Okay. So you can see I have this beat here. And let's see, if I run new, it's going to show me everything that's new. We have save and load for project saving. There's also autosave backups. So when you close the app, it will autosave, and it only stores the last 16, so it doesn't fill up your hard drive. And so if I run FIL, it's going to go into projects and autosaved. So let's save this techno loop I have here. It will save effects also, and it will save your BPM and your scale. So I'm going to save dark techno, open file location, and you'll see the details.json has your BPM in there. The effects have these beat DJ racks files, which are also just JSON. You could feel free to open those in code editor and mess with them. Your scale and your sounds, and these are beat DJ waves. These are actual wave files, and the data is embedded in JSON inside them. So you could edit the JSON and wave files if you want to be crazy. I think editing the waves could be interesting because it's gonna create, you could run these through effects in other programs and bring them back in, as long as the JSON metadata doesn't get overwritten. I don't know. It would be an experimental thing to do, but maybe people are interested in that. So yeah, that's kind of the project structure. Pretty simple. And so now you can see if I change this, I'll change my BPM to 120. Maybe I'll do more of a different type of beat. So I might want to save that as cool IDM. And now, if this is what's cool about the project saving and loading, is it will actually do it while you're playing. And I'm gonna turn this into a song transition feature, but right now it kind of works as to transition songs, but it's a little abrupt. But I'll show you. So I mean, I could even switch my BPM first, but I'll just show you before I get into how to transition songs, just how to load and save. So you can see how fast that is. It's pretty handy. So I mean, if you wanted to like transition songs, say you have your projects set up with all your song structure and everything, and you're jamming away, you could like tempo shift into the next song and then load it up. Like I said, I'm going to turn that into an actual feature to help transition, but so that's project saving. What else is new? Save and load files. So this is more like, I would think of kind of like Ableton Live, where you want to like prep your loops and then load them up live. So you might say like, oh, I really like this bass line, you know, so you could save it. So I'll do SF for save file. So we're going to save a single file. Oops, I just saved the clap. So I'll do one SF to save just the bass. What's happening? There we go. And something weird is going on. I'm going to restart BTJ. Occasionally it just like stops printing the logs. I'm not sure. I need to fix that still. But let's load up our dark techno again. Also, that bass is acting weird. Okay, this is something weird going on, but I'm going to show a different example. So let's create a synth ARP. So let's say I really like that ARP. I could name it first. Tag goopy ARP. And then I can save it. And you'll see it goes into the saved sounds folder under the BPM, under the scale, and then it's in here as a beat DJ wave. So now I might be, jamming along live. Let's get a normal looking kick. And I'm like, oh, I think that gooey arp would be good right here. Goopy arp. And let's say we're at a slower tempo or different tempo. We have a different scale. Now when I load it up, it's not like project saving, where like project saving would load it into the BPM or scale you saved it as, but this will load it into your current BPM and scale. So and you can save and save multiple files at once. So I could do all save file, and now all of those are under 135 BPM in this scale right here. So basically you can start to build out your saved files, saved sounds, so that when you're playing live you can load them up like that. And it would be good to like name things specifically, so before you save it you can use the tag command to give it a really descriptive name, or even name stuff based on emotions. Yeah, so let's see what else we got new in this version. There's a new history and search command, so you can run HIS for history, and it will show you your previous 32 of your previous commands. You can even give it a specific number to show you. So I could do like that. That's your 8 previous commands, and then there's search. So I could search for all the times I use Goopy. So that can be handy if you're trying to recall a command you did earlier. What else is new? We have the grow command. So the grow command is pretty cool. Let's say you have a loop like this and you want to make it longer. You can use the grow command and it will add on however many chops you specify. So these things here are chops. Each one of these lines is a chop, and you can see this one is twice as large as the other one. So these are 16th notes. This chop is an 8th note. So this number doesn't correspond to any specific length of time. Like, it's not a 16th note, it's the number of chops. So it could be not if you enter 4 here, it's not guaranteed it's going to be 4 16th notes. It's just 4 chops. So I could enter here 4, and it's going to choose randomly from these chops and add them to the end, 4 random ones. And that time it did go to 16 because it randomly chose 4 16th note ones. So that sounds like that. You can also use a negative number, so I could go back 4. And that basically shrinks it. It's a cool little break there, so I saved it. Okay. We have a new rotate command. So this basically is similar to the index command because it can shift your loop around, but it doesn't change the index. It actually just will take the chop. Like if you do rotate 1, it's going to take this first chop and move it to the end. So it's going to kind of slide everything over and move that one to the end. And you can also rotate by like 8 chops, which again, like the grow command, it's just rotating the chops around. So it's not. Oh, sorry about my voice. Oh, much better. I can talk. Okay. So yeah, the rotate, if I do rotate 1, it's going to slide that one to the end. So now it sounds like this. And I could go back like 3. Now we're back to where we started. So that can be really handy if, like, you know, sorry, the index will shift your loop, which can sometimes be weird because, like, with span, then your loop might actually hang over the edge. If I go to play from bar 16, you can see that the loop actually hangs over the edge slightly. So one way to fix that is to set your index to 0, and then you can just rotate the sound by 4, and you basically get something similar, if not the same. What else is new? We have mergeChops. So this is handy. You'll kind of know that you need it when you need it. It's not always useful, but let's say we have, like, I don't know. So let's say I have all these samples, right? In here are all these chops. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say I want this all just to be, I want to work with it all as one sample. I don't care that I don't need the chops. So I might just merge the chops with MC, and now it's just one chop. And now if I do melody changes or whatever, it's just going to affect the whole thing. So pitch shifting will, change the speed also. Or let's say I want to reverse it, or do a volume envelope. So it just brings all the chops together. Oh boy, it's really not. It has this problem sometimes. There it goes. Sometimes it seems the clear command is messing that up, where it stops printing. Oh, there's now a calculator built into the command line, so you can just do math equations. So that's kind of fun if you need a calculator. That's a modulo operator. If you don't know, it basically tells you the remainder of the division, which is 0 in that case. Where am I at here? TTSP. Oh yeah, okay, so this is kind of fun that if you know, there is this voice, text to speech.
Hello world.
And now you can pitch shift it and volume shift it. So I'm writing that command. I'm going to write another command, which is TTSP. So I'm going to pitch shift it down to 2.5. It works the same as the other pitch shift command, and I'm going to shift it within one phrase. I can hit enter.
I keep
talking lower and lower and lower and lower and lower.
So I just pitch shifted it while it was talking, but you could also just pitch shift it like that. Now it's back to normal.
Hello world.
And then there's the volume also, so I could drop the volume down a little bit.
Hello world.
0 to 9 on the volume there. And next we have the bundle command. So bundle is fun. It's very useful actually. So I think I just have talked about this already. Oh, you know what I should talk about before that? Because I think I went over bundle already in a previous video, but you can now save and load effects or acts independently, which is super handy because when you're playing live, sometimes you can't, you want a specific sound with the effects, but you can't remember all the numbers, and like it can get a little confusing. So, or it just takes too long to enter it, so you can kind of abstract it with a name. So let's create this Tom. I'll put it on rack 1. Then on rack 1, I'm going to do echo effects. Oh boy, it's doing that thing again. There we go. Okay. Effects 1, echo. Let's add some chorus. Flanger. So let's say you have this cool effect. You can save it. Effects, rack 1. Save right here. You can save or load. And I'll enter a name. I'm going to call it washed out. You could name it whatever you want. And now if I run FIL to open my files and look in the rack presets, there is the effects. So just for one rack. So now I can reset. I'll do reset. I have my normal tom. If I want to transition back to the effects, then I do effects 1, load, washed out. And I'm also going to specify transition time. So I'll transition in one phrase. So that's pretty cool because, you know, you could have a whole beat going on like this. And then you could put the washed out effect on all the racks, actually. Let's try that. Something weird is going on. Maybe it doesn't work with all washed out. So it seems there's some sort of bug if you enter the effects command one by one variable after another. It seems there's some bug right now. I will get that fixed. So that's effects saving and loading. And I'll go over bundle again. So with bundle, I'm going to reset that real quick. With bundle, you can basically group your chops, or group your sounds and make them into chops. So basically, this kick only has one chop right now, and it's a loop. So you know, if I move this up here, and if you just look at this part right here, that's all that exists for this track, just this kick, and it's looping. And it shows you that it's looping here, but this kick is equal to these kicks over here also. They're all the same kick, just looped. But if we want to make, you know, melody changes or changes to the kick, dynamics, whatever, it's only going to apply to this one kick because that's all that exists. But if we bundle it, you can bundle it to 64, which is the length of the timeline right here that's displayed. Oops, wrong one. There we go. You can see now there's these lines, so that means that these are all different chops that we can work with. So now I can do a roll command. Oops, I'm going to do roll ascending. Let me turn on my optional arguments. Roll ascending. And now you can see that, you know, since these are all chops, because we bundled them together, now I can do this sort of roll operation. I could do it down. There's the jump command to jump forward. Kind of hard to see here, but zooming out, and maybe you can see better. you can see that's just jumping the cursor forward in time. The unit command will set your units. So right now I'm working with bars. You can see these are bars up here. I can change that to phrases. Now it will display in phrases. You can pick any of these. That just changes what is the display shows. Under the hood it's all 16th notes, but you know, when you enter stuff, you can enter it as either 8th notes or 16th or quarter notes or bars. And a phrase in BDJ is just equal to 4 bars. So 4 bars is equal to 64 16th notes, which is equal to 1 phrase. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's this new tip box, and there's multiplayer. Oh, maybe I should show the multiplayer. This is pretty fun, and it's very kind of in the beta stage right now, but I can actually can go to soniair.net/multiplayer, and if I start a room, so I'll run the room command and do create. Is this room private? No, I want it to be displayed on this website, so then I'll say video test room created. So now you can see if I go to this multiplayer room, you could tell your friend to go here and join, and this also works on mobile. And now I can actually control BDJ from here. So you can see I just sent this command. Could delete the clap. Could shrink the kick down. And then you can actually push the up and down arrow to access your previous commands the same way. Or you can click these buttons. And normally there's a picture showing here of BDJ, but it seems like it's not working. Like I said, this is kind of in the beta stage. But I am going to set up video streaming, hopefully, so that will send the audio and video through the website also, so you could jam, in different locations. But yeah, I'm going to do some test runs with this with with a group of people soon, so that'll be fun. Another new thing we have is this flashcards page on our website. So you can actually go here on your phone if you want, and it shows you the name of the keyword for the command, like the shortest keyword possible. And then when you flip the card, it will tell you what it does. So this is just a way to study what the commands are. Import, I don't think actually works. I need to investigate that. I think it's broken. It's really old. Yeah, so you can flip through here. Most of this is up to date. Well, all of it's up to date, but I think import's the only thing that's kind of weird. That's version 1.2.7. Really not that much to cover. It's just, it's so exciting to have project saving, because like I thought it was going to be a huge, well, it was kind of a huge thing to code. It took a while, but I'm glad that it all came together. Next on my to-do is undo is coming up. This multiplayer stuff, I'm gonna work out the kinks. I have some people are interested in OSC and MIDI in and out, so I'll probably set up OSC to communicate with Touch Designer and stuff, and then there's a bunch of sound design stuff I want to do. I'm gonna set up some effects similar to how the generators work, so you can just call on effects and write your own effects scripts. But yeah, I will stop blabbering on and end the video now. Thank you so much for watching. If you need to get the new version, you can run the update command and it will take you to our website, and then you can just download this and swap out your files. You don't need to worry about your data getting lost anywhere. Just swap out the downloaded files with where your old download files were, and your recordings and everything will be saved because they're in a different location. And yeah, if you haven't browsed through the website, I definitely recommend just skimming through here to get up to speed. I added I'm adding new visual explanations here. Nothing crazy, or nothing that professional looking, but pretty useful, and I'm just trying to get ideas out there so I can help people get them out on paper somewhere, or on the screen somewhere. Anyways, thank you. That's it.